Abuja military crash happen here. Yaka huasema update so far any ayenyanka huasem. After the government receive bodies no Accra no. Abuja na ye some DNA test to know who is who because some of the footages are na also around that. Abuja they were bent beyond kind of recognition. So the only way to kind of identify them is by DNA.
Possible for identification and probably the cause of death will actually be able to do that. There are a lot of things like DNA is there.
But I don't think that Ghana now have the necessary equipment to do it that quick or Ghana. So I'm fast tracking everything. The samples called South Africa for that test.
To speed up the investigation, obviously we need to do further examination and investigation just for the avoidance of doubt. And some of the forensic that needs to be done, taking samples how to be done outside the country.
Results of that test in Abba. And our results in the Bina Bible Pennyphone can be say a be or meant me identify as soon as and answer as soon as what I say. So I think everything beyond at least when it comes to that side now, it's covered. Now, last time President Magraheb Kasai, the first time Kasai after the incident, and not talk about say there will be a day of reflection and then say a kakai or morning all that in happen here. Very nice ceremony, Ankasa. And this time it didn't just happen while Accra and Takrade also did their bit because I can say 3 of the people now joining the military now we no more crash na yes no more station or now station or more Takrade. So Takrade for I think somewhere something like candle night vigil type of thing. So that too was amazing. Condolences book na busia ye biem obi abetimi akwa kana nsem atwere ne nsem ne keka ho. I think say no say na no 2 Muslims na no mo ka crash na ho. Busia ye omo yie which is Honorable Mutala and Honorable Miniru. The 2 bodies na busia esi omo Accra military cemetery honum. According to President Magraheb no seek permission from the families na busia families na tears here and then at least omo that honor. So anytime we have families in the person of visiting, we see a kind of home.
In consultation with their families, we would decide how their funerals should be held. But as we said, on the 15th of this month, we'll hold a state funeral for all of them.
Now, when I'm saying Kremufo, be free more, as or more monumentum in Tenebusia, or my Kremufo, the 2 everywhere we. And then they followed every Kremufo tradition. One of the interesting bits and says, "This is a Nipana where free me do be car, and as a woody Nipana car, so Babeka, send a by a cabia and hangi or Nipaniso." And the interestingly, no, President Magraheb Nini Ibrahim Mahama, see, Bia 2 cans and Kremufo no more free, no, with your more Dewokano, Brabeka, or one can be to a scanning in Ama. Ibrahim Magraheb Abuja is a different person crowd altogether. He's always kind and stuff like that. But I don't think anyone came forward. And if you knew those 2 people now, at least their public lifestyle like we were privy to now, I don't think that they were those type of people they kind of live beyond their means type of people. So I don't think anyone or any group of people will come forward say, okay, Nipa Sumasi de Mekana se be etisa. But all that things now aside, there are other interesting bits so Abuja and also are coming up. But we see a very nice tribute song for a man for a free Munyente ya Kona Kopeti. Amazing tribute song. Now, what a man for be brain share nimu and no more train investigations into how this whole thing this whole accident and happen here. And people have questions and the government is almost setting an investigation bureau into this specific matter.
I want to assure the families and the nation that the Ghana Armed Forces has initiated a full and transparent investigation into the circumstances of this crash.
So hopefully, luckily, I recover the flight recorder and data and all those important information. I record their last, moments in the as to say, the public in the that I don't think it won't happen. But people demand transparency into this whole situation. Because already now there are some theories amount for being online. Some people are saying safe only be any shoot to the flight and down. Which I don't think it's possible. Because it depends the type of tour bit me used to now the Atisa flight and down. And I don't think that those people at the Galamsey site like 50 caliber kind of machine guns are meeting there as a Jumano. And even if they did, the pilot in a helicopter and said normal jet and a flight, commercial airline, a bit to me, it's difficult to kind of steer and as turn around and stuff. It's easily maneuverable. You know, bet me done fast and then stuff like that. So I doubt that is the situation. Some people are saying say koko board and a tishe. I don't think that also is true because I've seen people even talking about the fact that Ghana do be a crane where what that enough say be better flights at from. Some people are quoting bad weather, and I don't think it's that either because bad weather. Ghana, how many times they were bad weather? The only time I really bet me was that Ghana, there is seriously bad weather, beer, and no papa type of thing. But according to military, for one press statement on the buy, they were saying around 9:12, and no lose the flights on radar. So 9 o'clock a.m. in the morning, I don't think that the weather was that bad. And even if the weather was like seriously bad, it was the flight is being tracked on radar. Like when you kind of did plane with we move. Yeah, well, map specifically, and then that helicopter is kind of equipped with other stuff like lights. I go through the fog and so many things. So I don't think it's also bad weather. Some people are also saying birds normal flew into the engine and then I crashed the engine. So if the flight need any engine power, definitely gravity, it will come down and then it will crash. That is another theory going on, and that again investigators were. I'm just telling you stuff. Online. Some people are also even saying a man for said that the bomb and a cocktail from because they thought President Magraheb was on board, stuff like that. And I believe that if it was a kind of bomber, in the beer, a man would be no better. That is also a part of the situation. And I think the investigators went there. If there's a bomb needs produce right now, there is still going to be some kind of elements that you find in there. It will kind of point to that direction, and I don't think that is the case. And some people are also saying it might be like one of the freakiest accidents in Ghana's history, and that I will claim kakra. And also there's another point or make say it's possible people attack them even before the flight left the ground. That is also something we again investigators in the bit me actually say way na happen yema way what I say. And people are also saying President Magraheb was supposed to be on that flight, and there is the debate is okay if it was said President Magraheb was supposed to be on that flight, and can that flight will be bigger because definitely President Magraheb doesn't travel alone. Or the amount for be brina na travel, and that flight will take you about maximum 8 people no. And if the president is moving anywhere, I think a whole lot of people in the background, so they would have gone for a much bigger, flight and as a helicopter than the normal 8-seater type of crash. So even though the President Magraheb and I saying that event, I don't think that was the flight and it's President Magraheb deco. And even if it was like this whole situation is messed up. Like you can't really sit down and understand how this thing happened. And I think that there is the possibility of kind of requesting like satellite coverage, satellite data, like actual footage. I don't know if there is a satellite and Ghana at that time. It's possible that they can actually track it then and see what happened. So, they have other tools in their quiver, which are definitely, they can actually do these investigations. So, more time, Kakrani, and share the answer. But another interesting thing that coming up after this, and then say, that's all for we now accidents and happy and come show we about videos and stuff. Say you can't say anything. And right now the government and the Abba say, okay, we get it. Say I nya obi or shen kombia neditro. Some of them they true. And they say, instead of kind of disregarding every come they are setting up a kind of a committee or say whatever. Unya come shebiana. Let it pass through them. Then they will review it. Now, I don't know how they're going to review that. They review this kind of in their letter and then in their name. How? Who is going to say that? How are you going to kind of deduct, say, okay, this is legit or not? So, at least the government, is it the last government, Dampare say, okay, no one should kind of do that. This government is saying it's okay. You can do it, but let it pass through the proper channels. So, that is also an interesting development.
The reverence, we should listen to them. It's not all of them who are looking for money. Don't take what they say for granted. If they say act, act. I listen to all. I myself have been threatened many times. And I've listened to the prophecies. I don't take them sleeping. Because that's their area. I can't say somebody who is not in parliament will know parliamentary work more than me. And so I don't know about the spiritual world more than those who are taking it as a career. And so all these things work for good.
And finally, Kofi Akpalu is a muno back a now or the apology about. And the apology is even worse than the who did you
na minia o maneboama pitini enyinima na mu yaw a kame obi and ma be kan
ndi abuzia oso de yaw ne kasaye wanyanto boase anwene ne na opeso okan ho na okan so you know Ghana for the man left and right, and after that who sense hunu ni odi ye no nti osi onni biem. Well, for me to say asem okan in the mannerism no okan no chere say he is not sorry one bit about asem okan just say you know so can be na man for akomato mo yem na tema yedi ni yejai. That is at least my 2 cents. When who had your comment section as well. Thanks for watching. Kim Paluta is coming to Italy.
Baby, go to the Prada and see the shit.
Abuja is going to be an amazing event. Now Abuja is what Kim Paluta show pay. Abuja, you know say it's a movie. Me kwani show ba ko e won Kranza Ghana Abuja. O perform ya na stage no ma hihye ni bubu.
Go mama, go mama.
Rich Boy Production and a showbiz concept Abuja almost so ye summer grill party. E wo Italy Modena. Abuja address near Via Caduti su Lavoro. 14 near Obi. So Abuja, that is the address. We shall fly out so abetimi hu.
But I am going to spend the money.
The date for this event is 15th August. Ferragosto, a holiday for Italy. So you know, chilling upon chilling. And again, it's not just Kim Paluta and Kwan Eba. Dope Nation is also in the mix.
See the girl in back.
Mizo vibe with Eba. She vibe with Eba. Go ahead, the number be say. This time around, Abuja market way too much, so definitely no. Abuja we Italy. Now person she Kim Paluta and then Dope Nation to kind of mash the whole place up. Get your ticket right now. Our numbers in the screen is Abuja big boys things, big ladies vibes. That's one person with just separate table. Much less you know. You run the city, Abuja definitely no. Reach out to them, Abuja, do take it because 15 for guest. One Modena, Kim Paluta, Dope Nation. Ha! It's going to be a movie.
Not to the right, now lean back. You know the vibe.